came to me to create basically 2 hours of music,
Uh-huh.
and I was the first kind of seed in the story in a way.
Oh, yeah.
So when I say they, I mean there was an animator, choreographer, designers, all kinds of people and different artists. So I designed all these different places with sound to inspire them.
Oh.
And then they got back to me and said, could you change this, or could you make this longer, could you make
Yeah.
it more dynamic, could you make it...
What kind of things are you hoping to get out of this, as in for you personally and for the community?
Well, I'm delighted that the community have been working on this for several
Yeah.
months in all the workshops and leading up to this event. And I think it's a great culmination of bringing all those people together in North Steven. So it's great to see how this develops. And I think some of the things that are exciting for me are the small interventions, the things like the wheelbarrows and the windmills. I mean, there is the big things like the fire garden, which are going to be very spectacular. But I think some of the small, subtle interventions for me about how it depicts the relationship of Sleaford with the seed industry is going to be quite exciting.
What has your school been doing in relation to Arts NK?
Okay, our school was invited to take part in the Zygote Festival. We had a workshop where we were shown how to make willow lanterns. That was 3 members of staff, and then we took those back to school and had families join us and then make willow structures. We had to cover them in cling film, then cover them in white paper, then put a little tea light inside, and then they make these beautiful lanterns that I've got just here.
Are you pleased with your connections with the Arts NK?
Definitely, I think there are lots of different connections that we're building, and it's helping us work with the community and also bring our family into work with Arts NK too.
Do you feel the creative techniques have benefited the children at your school?
Yeah, definitely. I think the children have looked at sort of different ways of creating the lanterns. So, for example, they'd never thought of using willow. We've got willow growing on our grounds, and they'd never thought about potentially making lanterns from them. So that was good. And again, the fact that we invited parents in and had a parents' workshop after school. So again, it meant that they were working with their parents and developing their skills as a family, which was really lovely to see.
So what is it you've made here?
We've made a pod that's going to be walked around Sleaford, and we've got a light in there so it can be all lit up.
Did you enjoy making these pods?
Yes, I did. They were very fun, but hard to bend this, but it was fun making it.
Could you tell us about what the pods are made out of?
They're made out of bamboo wood round there. Then we put some cling film round to keep them together, and then we put some tissue paper, and we've just used a little bit of that to hold it there.
What's your role in this festival?
Well, I'm a metal worker and I work with gas a lot. So I was doing the workshops where we cut all of the fire barrels, and I came up with the ideas for the gas system. There's the potential sculpture there.
Yeah. Oh wow. What other things do you do? Like, is this like a unique installation, or?
Well, it is unique because none of this has been built before. One of the gas heads is similar to stuff that I've done before. Job title: I'm a metal worker. I build things in metal. It can range from an aerialist rig. It can be in Derry this year for the City of Culture. We converted a 70-metre long dredger into the Loch Ness Monster. The head of it was 15 metres. It breathed fire out of its nose, its mouth. Fireworks came out of its mouth. So I just do ridiculous things.
So what is this latest exhibition about?
This exhibition is by an artist called Alexis Rago. He's a ceramicist, and before becoming a ceramicist, Alexis studied biology. So his work's very much about that subject and about what it is to exist in the world. So it's got quite a lot of deep meaning behind it. Ideas about evolution and how we came into being from quite small life forms, I suppose, into more kind of complex human beings that we are today. And his work demonstrates that, being made of these small objects that are pieced together to make these kind of wonderful, complex sculptures.
As you said, all the sculptures are all very intricate. Was it quite difficult to put together for the gallery?
It was, yeah. We actually had a 2-week installation for this exhibition. And normally in this gallery, the Reef Gallery, because it's the second largest of our spaces, we normally only have 1 week. But for this exhibition we programmed in 2 weeks because we knew it was going to take slightly longer, because each of those sculptures out there came in separate pieces that the artist had to sort of piece together and build up almost in a kind of totem pole kind of way. So all of the arms had to be fixed and attached on with beeswax. And yeah, it did take about a week to do after we'd taken the last show down.
Do you feel that the public will connect with the idea behind these sculptures?
I do, yeah, because although there is quite a lot of complex meaning behind them, you can kind of appreciate them on any level, really. Just as an object, they're beautiful. You know, we've had people come in today just wanting to know what they're made of and how long they've taken to make. And I think the fact that they have this kind of beauty about them, it's easy for anyone to kind of connect with them and appreciate them on that level. But then if you're really interested in them as objects, you can then look deeper into the meaning. And we've actually commissioned a film especially for this exhibition, and it stars Alexis explaining his work, so people can really get in depth into what the show's about without having to sort of read a whole essay of.
That's what I like. So it's about a public, and I can be invisible and no one has to know it's me. So that's what's really nice. So you're not on a stage or anything.